I got a literary agent. Cliff notes. I finished my first book in spring of 2024. It was a YA dystopian that I had started 10 years ago. It was not good. Things should never have hit the query trenches, but it did, and it taught me a lot. So it ended up with about a 2% request rate, and looking back now, I can barely stand to read the thing. But it was a very important stepping stone because it brought me to my next project. In April of 2024, I started writing a middle grade novel. It was a spooky horror for kids full of Halloween and generational curses and witch hunts. Side note, I actually won a free developmental critique, and while I was waiting for all of her notes to come back on my book, I went ahead and pitched it on a pitch event on X, which looking back, I potentially shouldn't have done because the novel was not ready yet. I got 5 agent likes on that particular pitch, typical since it wasn't done, and I ended up querying them anyway just to not lose too much momentum while I continued to edit. Very important tip here, do not query a project until it is ready to be read by an agent. I cannot say it loud enough. I'm putting my whole chest into that statement. And I ended up getting a full request within just an hour or 2 of querying. Cue panic. Luckily for me, the person who was very kindly doing my developmental edit reached out to let me know that I really should not send that manuscript yet, and if possible I should ask for a few more weeks so that I could work on some of the suggestions that she had. So I did reach out to that agent and I let her know the situation, that I had some more feedback coming through and I wanted to make sure that I sent the best version of this manuscript as possible to her for her consideration. She was extremely kind and did not mind one single bit, so I dove in for the next 3 weeks. We are talking working at 3 a.m. in the morning to get this thing ready to send off for that request. And I'm so glad that I did, because I ended up about a month and a half later getting an offer of representation from that exact same agent. For anyone who's curious, that middle grade horror ended up with about a 10% request rate and 1 offer of representation. And luckily for me, it was my dream agent. Now that particular book story is still ongoing at this moment, but my agent and I did end up selling my debut adult horror in October of 2025.